Hello, welcome back. In this presentation, I will show an interesting property of RSA. It's called the multiplicative homomorphic property. So I assume you know how RSA works. So I will very quickly go to the RSA function. RSA of m is m power e mod n. Of course, in practice, we should not be using this directly. We should be applying padding to m so that m has some randomization built inside. But for this discussion, we don't have to worry about padding. Okay, so the property is this. RSA of m1 times m2 is same as RSA of m1 times RSA of m2. This is normally not desired, right? Because if an attacker captures the traffic, say Alice is sending to Bob, here is Alice, and she's sending to Bob m1, m2, encryption, of course. What happens if, say, she's sending to Bob RSA of m1, right, this part, and she's also sending RSA of m2. So if Eve just multiplies these two things, what is Eve going to get? Eve is going to get RSA of m1 times m2, the left-hand side, okay? But he can't do much because we don't know how to invert RSA function. But she can submit that multiplicative ciphertext, the right-hand side basically, to the decryptor, in this case Bob. When Bob decrypts the product of the ciphertext, actually he is going to be able to recover m1 times m2. That's the problem we are talking about here. But RSA has this interesting property. It has some applications also, although it looks like a negative property in homomorphic encryption. Okay, it's multiplicative homomorphism, of course. Multiplying the ciphertext is same as the encryption of the product. Okay, that's the homomorphic property that I am talking about here. So how do we prove this? Well, if you take RSA of m1 times m2, we can plug into this formula, which is m1 times m2 power e. Since you're doing group multiplication, modulo multiplication, we can bring the e inside to the multiplication. And this is nothing but RSA of m1, RSA of m2. Okay. Note that you need to do, if you're implementing this in Python or whatever programming language, you need to do mod n when you multiply the ciphertext, because multiplication can go out of n. That's why I put in here modulo multiplication. Okay. All right, this is the basic homomorphic property of RSA. And I will now show to you a quick demo of this. Okay, so here is the key generation algorithm that will generate the key, the public and private key and whatnot, all of the parameters. Of course, it is Bob's data. Bob will only publish n and e, the public parameters. Say Alice generates two messages, m1 and m2, and she encrypts m1 and m2 using the RSA function. And now I wanted to show to you that if Eve is doing the multiplication of the ciphertext, when Bob decrypts the product, is nothing but the product of the plaintext. So this is the homomorphic property we discussed on the whiteboard. Okay, that's all.